looking out your locker, what's going through your minds about being a Chicago Bear and what your future may be?
The biggest thing is just being sure that I understand, that I gave everything that I had and every opportunity that I had it. And also understanding, though, like it's more work to be done.
What do you want to do
Like as far as
in your future? Where do you want to be
I want to play football.
here?
I just want to play football. I would love to be here.
Are you hopeful for that, David? Are you hopeful that it can be worked out to stay?
Of course.
What have you enjoyed the most about your 4 years here?
The city and the fans are crazy, like in a great way. I mean, as you know, we ain't been the hottest in the last 4 years, and the fans and the support around this team and the way that they still show love is crazy. Like it's nothing like I've ever seen before. But the fans and the city, all the things that you can do, and it's great. It's an incredible organization. So, you know, yeah, it's amazing here.
Have you had any time to reflect on this season yet, and how will you think of the season as a whole for yourself?
Yeah. I haven't sat down. I'm still like repressing, still like, taking the load off and it's been a long year, long season. And I got hit a lot. So I want to rest and let my body rest, And really the main thing on my mind is my child and hoping that my girlfriend has a healthy, birth. So it's really what's on my mind, really. So whenever I do, I guess I'll let you know then.
Despite not winning for the years you've been here, what are your feelings about the organization overall?
Like I said, being able to be a part of the organization, even though like us as a team, we ain't really been winning, you still feel the support and the love from the people here in the organization here. So, yeah, that's big, that's major. So, just being able to have that experience is, when we start winning and start changing things, and knowing how it's gonna be pretty insane to see. But it's been amazing here.
What did they say to you when you've been meeting the positives and the negatives for this season?
I'm a guy who flashed a lot. I had some great plays, and one thing I need to improve on is my consistency on the field. Like I'll have great plays, driving somebody might 10 yards or so, and the next play I might only do it for like a yard or not be as great as the play before.
Did they give you props because you did change positions?
A little bit. I mean, I did ask that in meetings, but they didn't want to get too in depth about it. So.
How would you describe the year for yourself? I mean, you started out at tackle and then you moved to guard and seemed to establish yourself. I guess I'll ask you, how pleased were you with what happened?
Overall, I am very happy about how I played because considering this is my first year at the position ever, and the way I did impress myself and exceeded my own expectations.
When we talked to you in camp, it sounded like you weren't sure if you had a home here. And now at the end of the year, do you feel like you do?
I mean, we have a lot of cap space and a lot of opportunities this draft, so I don't know how it's going to go. I don't ever want to be the person to say, yeah, I have a spot. I don't want to do that because I always want to stay hungry and feel like I still have to chase my job even if I have it secure.
Are you going to pay attention to all the draft rumors and free agent rumors and stuff like that?
I'll say a little bit because it does have to deal with my job and it does affect my family a little bit. So I do, of course, I'm going to start paying attention a little bit.
Yeah, there are guys who sit there and say, no, I won't.
Yeah.
Are they usually lying when they
Sometimes, yeah, there's those media answers sometimes, but I feel like to a certain extent, some people do look at it.
Mentally and emotionally, how are you heading into this offseason?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Mentally and emotionally, how are you feeling heading into this offseason?
I'm kind of disappointed in myself a little bit because I wanted to finish the season with my brothers this year, and especially missing how many games I did last year with my back surgery, and coming back this year and getting injured again. I mean, that's not something I want to deal with, but I feel like in a couple weeks I'll get over it because I got to get back to work and start working for next year.
How would you kind of sum up your journey this year? I mean, you started as a kind of an unheralded fifth-round pick. You ended up started every game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's been for me. I feel like it's been a up and down season. Just kind of filling myself out and trying to be the best I can. I think those lessons and some of my bad games, those lessons I've learned, and it's been really beneficial for me to take into the off season and become a better player mentally, physically, and all those things. But I mean, it's been a really fun ride. I've enjoyed the room. There's guys that I come to work and I'm just super excited to see, like, my entire O-line group. As soon as I got here, I learned how to work. I learned how to do the things we want to do to go where we want to go. Obviously people talk about rushing record or whatever that is, but I think, we want to win championships around here. We want to, go to the playoffs, be playing this next week. I think that's super important to us, and we're building towards those goals. So I'm proud of it, but I'm excited to see where this offseason goes and get better and, come back next season even stronger.
Do you think you locked down the left tackle spot after obviously starting 17 games this year, like going into next year?
I mean, I'm nowhere to say I don't make those decisions, but I'm here for the long run. I love the position I'm in. I think I can, this offseason is going to be great for me to lock down that position for sure. So it's definitely, I can obviously play the biggest role into making that decision, but at the end of the day, it's not my decision. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure I get that locked down for sure.
Braxton, can you see moves that worked against you this year that will not work next year?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different moves, but obviously the biggest one is obviously the bull rush. But that's the most simple move. Everybody gets beat by the bull rush sometimes here and there. So I would say I just need to be better in that ends. So when you stop that, it's hard to keep on going in terms of a rush. Like, people usually they go from doing like a ghost move or a cross chop to then bull rushing, but people start out with bull rushing me. So it just will eliminate those things, and we'll able to open up my arsenal a little bit, and it will just help me. So I think after this off season, it will be super important. Obviously, like I've talked about all season, all year. Obviously, need to go into the off season, get stronger and stuff like that.
Like you said, you identified that as kind of a weakness very early. The question: how fixable is that? Like in the development of an offensive lineman. I mean, is that tougher? Is it easier said than done? I mean, is it something that just working away from whatever, and you will fix that, or how fixable?
I mean, obviously it's not going to happen overnight, but I think it's definitely fixable. It's not like I'm light years away from where I need to be, but I think it's just a combination of a lot of things that will, this time I've never had before. I haven't had a full, how many ever months. It seems like it's going to be forever next time that we're all in this building together. So, there's just a lot of time that I can, maximize that time and work on all those little things, and they will all come together. But I mean, I don't know the exact answer for you, but that's my plan. Is I know what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do at the end of the day.
Braxton, as a member of this locker room and an interested football observer, how much are you going to be watching what Ryan Poles does in the offseason?
I mean, I'm not crazy about that. I mean, I'm going to do what I'm told. When I come into the building, I'm going to do everything I can, and I'm going to take people with me. I'm going to try and, lead by example and do everything right. So it's, I don't have to say much, and, I can be one of those guys that you could never say anything, but you could follow just because I do everything right. So I'm not really worried about all the things he's doing in the off season. That's not my job. I'll let him do his job. So I'm just focused on making sure I can be that piece in his organization to do my job and make it so we can go win a Super Bowl and first of all even get to the playoffs. So have a winning season in a few seasons. So that's my job, and that's what I want to do.
What do you think about the culture, and how confident are you that this organization is headed in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super confident just with the young guys, just the rookies in general. We have a lot of guys that have a lot of fight, and it was tough for everybody coming in and on a losing streak and everything like that, but everybody did it. There's a lot of young guys, I think, that are building and learning, and to build off of that and those guys in this organization are going to be huge. So I really lean lean on those guys, especially the rookies and some of the other younger players too. So I'm pretty confident that everything's going to come together. Obviously, we need pieces and stuff like that to come together, but other than that, I think we have a pretty good foundation.
Braxton, you can't always control the health aspect of it, but what did it mean to you to play in every game this season?
I mean, it's great. I mean, I'm glad I could do that. I think it was big for me. Just being durable, I think that was the biggest thing. And it started in the beginning of the season, just taking care of my body and stuff like that. But I mean, in this league, if you're not durable, you're not going to play. So that's huge for me. I've done that in college too. I think I maybe missed one or two games to a serious ankle injury, but besides that, I mean, I try and be available for my team. I think it's super important for my teammates too, because when they see that a rookie's doing that, everybody wants to do that. So I'm just trying to do my part for sure.